What's going on, guys? The Barber here, back again with another haircut tutorial. But before we even get into today's cut, guys, I'm taking a second right now, kicking this video off with a huge thank you to every single one of you watching this video. You guys are absolutely killing the channel right now. We are on a crash course to shatter all the short-term goals that I had set. So for that, I am very grateful, guys. Let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so let's jump right in here. I wet the hair, I combed everything down into place wherever the hair wanted to fall, in whatever direction that was. We're not taking anything off the top. We're simply going to fade out the sides, and then we're going to leave the top, style it into like a Faux Hawk style, and call it good. I'm going to start things off. This is the Ergo. You guys know that that's my new clipper of choice. I have a 2-guard open, and we're coming up and off at the Prado ridge. And what I'm going to do here, I've got this comb flush to her head, and when I run that clipper up along that comb, you can see where the comb separates from the head. That's the same place that that clipper guard should separate from the side of the head as well. So that line that I kind of ran across there, you'll notice when it's all said and done, that's the same line that I'm going to run across there, that like that weight line is going to run across there. That is that Prado ridge that you always hear me talk about in these videos. So we're going to keep following that same pattern. We're going to keep taking that 2-guard open, up and off, and then we will come in behind this. We'll take an open 3-guard, just blend up just a tad bit above this weight line. We're going to continue to rock it off in the same area there, but it is going to come in, blend it out a little bit more, soften that weight line up just a tad bit, and then from there we'll go ahead and start fading out underneath. So a couple people mentioned in the last video that they did like the zoomed in section, so I continued it here. We started with that lever all the way closed, then we opened it up about halfway, just kind of flicked out that closed lever section, then we opened it up all the way. That took us to about the top of the ear there, and from here we're just trying to take this 1-guard open and blend up into the 2-guard that we initially blew out the whole side with. Obviously we're going to continue to work that lever closed as we try to fade that line out, and then I'm going to continue that 1-guard back here in the back. You guys know that I've been doing a lot of right side, back, and then left side. This is not typically how I would necessarily recommend you do a haircut. If you're not doing YouTube, a lot of the steps that I take here are for the channel to help try and keep some organization for you guys. So this 1-guard is basically just to go ahead and clear out this other side and then allow me to be ready for that back taper. Now we're going to come in here, we're going to use a couple different guards. We're going to open and close the lever. I'm really trying to lighten up that spot right there in the C cup, so we're going to use that Wahl Premium half guard a little bit. We're going to use the Babyliss half guard, which is just a tad bit longer, and then go back to the 1-guard. And then in each one of those steps, guys, you're just going to work with that lever, and once we finally get it lightened up a little bit, I came in, used the FXs, put a nice sharp C cup here, and then we'll do the roundabout our ear, making sure that we fold that ear down, get all that hair behind the ear out of the way, using just the corners of our blade. So this is her right ear, so we're going to use just the left corner of our blade here, and then the right corner in the front there, making sure that you're really taking that trimmer against whatever direction the hair grows. So if the hair grows from back towards the front, you're going to go against it. If it grows back towards the back of her head, you're going to take it the opposite way. So that way you get the cleanest cut you possibly can. And then here is back to the Cordless Senior modified with that Ulster fast feed blade. So this is my wide open clipper, and I'm just basically trying to freehand through here, lighten up a few spots, and just really get it ready for that back taper. So same steps back here in the back, guys. We started with that 2-guard open, coming up and off at the parietal ridge. Then we use that 3-guard open right at the parietal ridge, but still continuing to use the shape of the head to come up and off. But that 3-guard does seem to lighten that up just a tad bit. Now, could I have started with a 3-guard? Yes. My thing is, like usual, if I used a 2-guard first and it blended out perfectly fine, then there's no reason to come back in with the 3-guard. So by coming in with the 2-guard first and seeing what it looked like, then you know that you can come in with this 3-guard right here, lighten it up, and it's going to take care of what you wanted it to do. Alright, so I wanted to go ahead and do a zoomed in section here on this back taper. I'm sorry that my arm gets in the way a little bit here. I did start things off with the FXs, pretty much taking that bald line and cleaning the neck up to just below the bottom of the earlobe. Now, of course, we have the cordless detailers, and we are flicking out that FX line. This is kind of the real first section, I guess, if you will, in this back taper. Now we're coming in, we've got the ergos all the way closed. We're coming up about a ½ inch or so from that detailer section, just continuing that same little arch shape. I'm going to open this lever up just a little bit here, and then we're going to continue to go up. This is about a 3/4 to a full inch section of all the way open. Then I've closed that lever up halfway, and we're going to buff out that in between line there. This is a line that you can really work at opening and closing the lever using the corners of your blade however you see fit to do it. And then from here, the line right there above it can pretty much be taken out, guys, by using, I've got the Babyliss half guard on here, but I probably end up using the Wahl premium half guard. That seems to always be the guard to go to when you're trying to take out the top of that open section line. Now I did come in, this is the 1.5 guard, just kind of blending up into that 2 guard. And I don't know what it is, guys, about females' hair when it comes to actually fading and tapering it out. The blend usually comes out really nice, and I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if it's got, I don't really know what it has to do with. You know, you use the same system, the same guards and everything like that, but the few females that I have cut that have shorter haircuts like this, the blends usually turn out pretty nice. And so if you guys have a reason in your head that y'all know why that is the case, hit me up in that comment section and let me know what you think. So guys, like I said in the very beginning of this video, you guys are absolutely killing it. I mean, it took me a while there to get to 1,000, which is no big deal. I knew we would get there. I knew I'd put in the time and the effort, and I knew that you guys were showing me the love. But as soon as we hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, the channel literally, like overnight, I feel like it started to blow up. These last couple of videos are off the charts compared to what I had been doing the first 6-7 months on the channel. I don't know, I got into that algorithm somehow on YouTube. You guys are the reason for that, so all I can do is say thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's continue to get it going, guys. We just need those hours watched, and the ultimate goal of getting monetized is right there within our grasp. So let's keep this going, guys. I'll keep doing my best to keep getting you guys content. Y'all let me know what you want to see, and we'll see what we can do about getting it to you. So I hope you guys with these zoomed in sections can really see how I'm working the blade. And predominantly on these roundabouts her ear here, I'm really just using the opposite corner of whatever side of the head you're doing. So I'm doing the left side of her head, so you notice that I was using a lot of the right side of my blade, just using those few teeth, guys, almost using that corner of your blade as almost like a pencil as you're guiding it around her head. So that's something that you guys can pay attention to and hopefully pick up on. Now back to that fast feed blade, just kind of the perimeter here. We're just using that open blade, just kind of blend some stuff out here, make sure everything is nice and blurry. And now I'm adding a little bit of the level 3 pomade. She is going to style it into kind of a Faux Hawk style. So we just kind of run it through there, make sure we get it down to the roots, worked it in her hands really nice, worked it from front to back, make sure that the entirety of the top of the hair is covered, and then we just kind of mess it up. We don't want it to be like a real uniform exactly perfectly combed into a faux hawk. This needs to be a little bit messy. It's kind of a style that's not supposed to be so uniformed. So we're using the comb here, trying to break it up a little bit. Alright guys, so that's the end of this tutorial. As you could tell from the spin around here at the beginning, she did have that nice swirl back in the back taper, so we did want to go up above that, make sure that we blended that out. I really like the way that the blend came together on this haircut, and then of course the weight up into the top there. I'm hoping you guys pick something up from that, placing the comb on the side of the head and seeing where that comb comes off. That is that parietal ridge. Guys, make sure you like that video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, consider subscribing if you're new, enable those notifications, that way you never miss another video from me, guys. Make sure you hit me up in that comment section, let me know what you think. Keep killing the channel, guys. You guys are amazing. Love you guys. Barber Phil, I'm out. I'll see you in the next one.